Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy ICE Academy. What if a single audio recording could shake the foundations of our democracy? What if that recording allegedly implicated the highest political authority of a conflict-torn state? And what if, instead of clarity, it produced silence, confusion, and uneasiness, even inside the Supreme Court of India? जी हाँ, तो मैं बात कर रहा हूं मणिपुर की. In 2023, Manipur descended into one of the worst episodes of ethnic violence in its recent history. Lives were lost, thousands were displaced, entire communities were torn apart. And amid this chaos emerged something explosive like a leaked audio clips, which allegedly linking the then chief minister to the unfolding violence. But here is the twist. When these audio clips reach the courtrooms of India's highest constitutional authority, that is Supreme Court, the judges were not convinced, not by what the clip said, but by what was missing. That is why Supreme Court recently asked a question that now echoes far beyond Manipur region. Why was the entire audio never sent for forensic examination? Not even half, not the selected clips, but the full truth. Because when evidence is fragmented, justice becomes fragile. And when science cannot speak, democracy begins to whisper. So in today's video, we are going to decode why the Supreme Court said it was disturbed, what the forensic report really means, and why this case is no longer just about Manipur, but about truth, accountability, and the limits of power in constitutional republic. So stay with me till the end because this story is not finished yet. So what is the issue about? So what is the context here? As you can see this headlines, the Supreme Court of India is examining the leaked audio clips that allegedly link former Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh to the 2023 ethnic violence in Manipur. Now, what did the Supreme Court say? अब इन सभी चीजों पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा? So let's try to understand. So Supreme Court said on Monday, that means yesterday, it was the latest hearing. So Supreme Court bench of Justice Sanjay Kumar, as you can see here, and Justice Alok Aradhe, they said it was a little disturbed. The court questioned why the full leaked audio clips were not sent for forensic testing and how long are the audio clips. Now the question here is, how long are the audio clips? So total leaked audio recordings are about 56 minutes, and out of that 56 minutes, 48 minutes of audio recordings were submitted to the court. Only select portions of these recordings were sent for the forensic investigation or forensic examination. That was the issue. Now the question here is, where were the clips sent for forensic testing? So as you can see here, where were the clips sent for forensic testing? So the clips were sent to National Forensic Science University. Ji haan. So these clips were sent to National Forensic Sciences University, NFSU Laboratory, Gujarat. And these clips are examined by National Forensic Sciences Laboratory, that is NFSL, in Gandhinagar. Now, what did the forensic lab say? Now, the question here is, what did the forensic lab say? So, it is said that, as you can see here, on 3rd of November, National Forensic Sciences Laboratory, Gandhinagar, submitted its report to the Supreme Court of India. And this lab said that audio clips were tampered. Now, these audio clips were tampered and they were not scientifically fit for the voice comparison. कि ये tampered है, इसलिए हम इनसे voice comparison नहीं कर सकते. So therefore, no opinion could be given on whether the voice belonged to N. Biren Singh or not. है ना, तो इस पे कोई ओपिनियन आ नहीं पाया, है ना. So this report effectively gave a clean chit to the former chief minister of Manipur, that is N Biren Singh. Now, why is the Supreme Court unhappy? What is the reason? Supreme Court unhappy क्यों है? तो समझिएगा इस चीज को. On November 20th, petitioners filed an affidavit, और उस affidavit में क्या लिखा था? That only selected clippings were sent to the forensic lab, not the entire available recordings. That is why Supreme Court of India asked, once the entire taps, or you can say once the entire tape was available with you, the entire tape ought to have been sent to the National Forensic Sciences University. Then why send only a limited tape or limited recording? So court specifically pointed out that around 48 minutes of audio was available. तो कोर्ट ने कहा कि 48 मिनट्स का अराउंड ऑडियो जो था वो अवेलेबल था. Yet the entire clip was not examined. Now the question here is, who filed the petition? First we need to understand who filed the petition. So as you can see here, this petition or the case is filed by Kuki Organization for Human Rights Trust. As you can see here, Kuki Organization for Human Rights Trust ने PIL फाइल किया था, है ना, पिटीशन फाइल की थी. An independent special investigation team probe into the audio clips matter, है ना. Now what explanation did the petitioners give? अब petitioners ने क्या explanation दिया, तो अब ये समझते हैं. तो petitioners की तरफ से सीनियर एडवोकेट प्रशांत भूषण, जी हां, सीनियर एडवोकेट प्रशांत भूषण appearing for the Kuki Organization Human Rights, and he told the court the remaining part of the audio clips reveals the identity of a person, that who recorded it. जो remaining part है वो ये रिवील करेगा पर्सन को कि किसने रिकॉर्ड किया है, who recorded it, and revealing that identity could put the person's life in danger. Now what happened to N Biren Singh after this? What happened to N Biren Singh? So let's try to understand. N Biren Singh resigned as the chief minister of Manipur on February 9th this year, and his resignation came amid internal BJP dissatisfaction and growing demand for leadership change in Manipur region. This was the scenario. Now what is the next step, है ना? So the next step could be additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhatt. She requested 1 week time to respond to the affidavit, and Supreme Court accepted this and posted that the next hearing for January 7. This is the issue till now. So overall, if we see, the Supreme Court is questioning why only parts of leaked audio clips allegedly implicating former Manipur CM N Biren Singh in 2023 ethnic violence were sent for the forensic testing, है ना. When the full recording is available, तो क्यों थोड़ा सा ही ऑडियो क्लिप भेजा गया. And the next hearing is scheduled on January 7. ठीक है. अब most of you must be thinking why this news is important, है ना. What is the relevance of this news for UPSC? Let me tell you from the prelims angle, है ना. UPSC can ask static and current affairs linkages. Now what kind of current affairs here? They can ask about Supreme Court, its power and roles, है ना. Like they can ask you a question, Article 32 fundamental right enforcement, Article 136 special leave petition. Then they can also ask judicial review in the matters of rule of law, executive accountability, independent investigation. And what will be the prelims trap? The prelims trap is like they can ask you a question that Supreme Court investigation नहीं करता, बल्कि प्रोसीजर, फेयरनेस और लीगैलिटी को स्क्रूटनाइज करता है. So these kind of questions can be there. So what are the topics that can be covered from these kind of news? The role of Supreme Court in governance. Yes, the role of Supreme Court in governance, accountability of political executive, federalism and internal conflict, rule of law in conflict affected states. So these kind of questions can be there. Okay, so this is something which is related to prelim. Now with respect to mains, what kind of questions that UPSC can ask in mains examination? See, I'm just trying to tell you how you should go through the news. So the probable question can be from these kind of topics like discuss the role of Supreme Court in ensuring the transparency and accountability in the cases of internal conflict and political executive culpability. So these kind of questions UPSC can ask. है ना? So prepare for these kind of questions. Okay. Now, what can be the possible things? So what do you understand from this news? So let's try to understand. See, Supreme Court did not declare the audio real till now. है ना? Supreme Court ने अभी तक audio को real declare नहीं किया है. It did not declare it fake also. But it did something which is far or you can say far more powerful. It asked for completeness. Because when a forensic laboratory says it cannot give an opinion, that silence itself becomes an evidence. Evidence of what? Evidence of uncertainty. Evidence of procedural gaps and of uncomfortable questions that refuse to disappear. So if the audio was tampered with, why wasn't the entire clip examined? So if the full recording existed, why were only parts sent for you can say scientific scrutiny? And if revealing the full truth is dangerous, then what does that say about the environment in which the truth is produced? So this case actually reminds us of something fundamental, that democracy does not collapse in one democratic moment, or you can say it does not collapse in a dramatic scenario. It weakens quietly when evidence is selective, when processes are incomplete, and when accountability is delayed. Okay. As the matter now moves towards its next hearing, but one thing is clear, that this is no longer just a legal battle. It is a test of institutional courage. Because in the end, justice does not actually demand perfect evidence. It only demands the honest effort. And the question before us remains, can a democracy afford to examine only parts of the truth? And that answer will shape not just Manipur's future, but the credibility of constitutional justice itself. So thank you so much. और आप सभी अपने व्यूज इस इश्यू पर जरूर लिखिए कमेंट सेक्शन में. थैंक यू.